If you feel like your life is suddenly chaotic for no logical reason, stop worrying. You might actually be closer to your breakthrough than ever before. Most people think that when things go wrong, it means they are doing something wrong. But in the spiritual realm, the opposite is often true. The enemy does not attack empty houses. He only attacks those who carry a treasure. If you are facing sudden exhaustion, financial blocks, or emotional turmoil, this is not just bad luck, it is a confirmation of your calling. In this video, we are going to expose the 7 undeniable signs that you are under spiritual attack specifically because of your destiny. And number 7 is the one most chosen ones miss until it's too late. Let's find out if you are really under attack or just having a bad day. Sign number 1, unexplained physical fatigue and heaviness. Have you ever woken up after a full 8 hours of sleep, but you still feel drained? I'm not talking about medical tiredness. I'm talking about a spiritual heaviness that sits on your chest. You feel a lack of motivation to do the things you usually love. You feel sluggish, like you're walking through mud. This is often the first wave of an attack. The enemy knows that if he can exhaust you physically, you will be too weak to fight spiritually. In the Bible, even the great prophet Elijah fell into a deep depression and fatigue right after his greatest victory. If you feel this heavy weight, don't just sleep it off. This is a call to pray. Sign number 2, the return of dead habits. This is perhaps the most frustrating sign. You thought you conquered that addiction. You thought you were done with lust. You haven't thought about that toxic ex-partner in years. But suddenly, out of nowhere, the temptation returns with a vengeance. Why now? Listen closely. The enemy is trying to open a door that you already closed. He's trying to create a cycle of guilt and shame. He wants you to believe that you haven't changed, that you're a hypocrite. If you are suddenly battling strong urges for things you thought you walked away from, take it as a sign. The enemy is terrified of where you are going, so he's trying to drag you back to where you came from. Sign number 3, attacks on your finances. Have you noticed that every time you decide to take a step of faith, maybe to start a ministry, give a donation, or invest in your purpose, something breaks? The car engine fails, an unexpected bill arrives, a client cancels. This is not a coincidence. This is strategic. The enemy wants to choke your resources so that you become too stressed about money to focus on your mission. He wants you to operate in a spirit of poverty and fear rather than a spirit of abundance. When this happens, do not panic. It's usually an indicator that a financial breakthrough is right around the corner, and the enemy is trying to get you to quit before you reach it. Sign number 4, relationship chaos and misunderstandings. You say something innocent, but your spouse or friend takes it completely the wrong way. Suddenly, people who supported you are turning against you. You feel isolated, like no one understands your heart. Remember, the enemy is the author of confusion. He hates unity. If you have a high calling, you need a support system. The best way to weaken a warrior is to separate him from his army. If petty arguments are draining your energy, recognize the source. It's not your spouse, it's not your friend, it is a spiritual distraction designed to steal your peace. Sign number 5, a sudden dryness in prayer. This is a silent killer. You used to love reading the Bible. Prayer used to be easy, but now when you try to pray, it feels like your words are hitting the ceiling. The Bible feels like just a history book. You feel bored, distracted, or even annoyed with God. This is a direct attack on your communication line. A soldier who cannot communicate with his commander is vulnerable on the battlefield. The enemy is trying to cut the line. When you feel this, do not stop praying. Pray through the dryness. This is when your faith grows the most, when you pray not because you feel like it, but because you choose to. Sign number 6, attacks on your identity. Who do you think you are? You are a fraud. Nobody wants to listen to you. Do these thoughts sound familiar? This is the accuser of the brethren at work. This attack is psychological. It targets your self-worth. The enemy knows that if you realize your true identity in God, you become unstoppable. So he works overtime to make you feel small, unworthy, and insignificant. He reminds you of your past sins to blind you from your future glory. If your mind is filled with self-doubt today, it's because your potential is intimidating to the kingdom of darkness. Sign number 7, the near-miss accidents. This is the most dangerous sign and the one you must not ignore. Strange accidents. You almost tripped down the stairs. A car almost hit you on the highway. You choke on your food. These are not just clumsy moments. These are attempts to take you out prematurely. When you carry a destiny that can change generations, the enemy doesn't just want to distract you, he wants to stop you. But here's the good news. The fact that they were near misses means God's protection is stronger than the enemy's plot. You are covered. But you must be alert. So, how many of these signs are you experiencing right now? If you recognized yourself in this video, I want you to shift your perspective immediately. Stop crying, "Why me?" and start saying, "Try me." The intensity of the battle is the proof of the magnitude of your blessing. You are not a victim. You are a target because you are a threat. The enemy doesn't waste ammunition on people who are doing nothing. He is attacking you because you are waking up. Put on the full armor of God. Stand your ground. The storm is here not to drown you. It's here to wash away everything that cannot hold the weight of your glory. If you are ready to fight back and claim your victory, I want you to type "I am ready" in the comments below. And if you want to know exactly how to use spiritual weapons to break these attacks, click on this video right here. I'll see you there.